Good morning. It's Monday, October 19th, and today I want to tell you a story about a man who out-trumped Trump. This is a businessman who was caught in a $2 billion tax evasion scheme. That is the largest ever tax charge in the United States. And the federal grand jury returned an indictment alleging that Robert T. Brockman, the CEO of a software company called Reynolds & Reynolds, engaged in this tax evasion. He also engaged in wire fraud, money laundering, and various other crimes in a 20-year scheme to hide the $2 billion in income. And believe me, if you want to hide $2 billion in income, you really have to have a good scheme. I don't know how you can hide $2 billion. But this was a 39-count indictment, and it reads like a television play or movie. He had a complex web of foreign companies and bank accounts, using unreported taxable income to buy a luxury yacht. He created an encrypted email system to communicate with employees using code names like Bonefish and Snapper. It's like a spy novel. He had a money manager who attended a money laundering conference under an assumed name. Did you imagine that there would ever be a money laundering conference? That's against the law. Money laundering is against the law. And this guy got away with it for 20 years. And in this money laundering scheme, they destroyed documents and electronic media using shredders and hammers. The special agent in charge of this investigation, who had spent 25 years as a special agent, said he had never seen a pattern of greed or concealment or cover-up in his entire career that matched anything close to what this guy did. Well, if he was concealing $2 billion, then you probably would see a scheme like that. This is not a penny ante deal. Now, his attorney, a young woman who was prepared to defend him. In fact, she said, we look forward to defending these charges. Of course, being a defense attorney on a case like this will make her career, probably. Anyhow, this young lady is a former Assistant Attorney General of the United States Department of Justice, the Tax Division. So she's in private practice now, and she probably knows a lot about the ins and outs of tax evasion and everything. So I think he's probably in good hands, and he's probably paying her a small fortune to defend him. Now, the company he worked for, Reynolds & Reynolds, is not indicted. None of the companies he worked for have been indicted in this thing. Supposedly, they haven't engaged in any wrongdoing. I don't know how he got his hands on all this money, but they haven't been engaged in it. Apparently, what Brockman did is he invested in a company called Vista Equity Partners, and they used offshore entities in Bermuda and Nevis and Switzerland to hide the money from the IRS. Now, Vista Equity is a private firm that specializes in software and data technology startups. Now, the CEO of Vista, Robert Smith, was involved with Brockman in hiding all this money. And as a result of that, Smith turned state's evidence. And for turning state's evidence, you won't believe this. This is amazing. For turning state's evidence, he's going to pay $139 million in taxes and penalties. And he's going to abandon his $182 million protective refund claim and pay interest. He's doing all of that to avoid prosecution. Now, Robert Smith is an unusual character. He is the richest black man in America. He's a billionaire. And in 2019, he paid off the student loans for the entire graduating class of Morehouse College. So this guy, Robert Smith, has done some really good deeds in his life. So maybe, the money he was hiding, working with Brockman, at least he put it to good use in my mind. And Smith's attorney said, it's never too late to tell the truth. Smith committed serious crimes, but he has agreed to cooperate. And Smith's agreement to cooperate has put him on a path away from the indictment. Smith is richer than Oprah, and he's been very generous, as you could see, with his money. He's also a member of the group that donates to the charity started by Warren Buffett and Bill and Melinda Gates. And they enlist wealthy Americans to giving away half of their fortunes. So Smith basically is a good guy, and he got tangled up with Brockman for whatever reason, but he's making restitution. So I think about it, and then I say, why? Why do two people who are so well off and doing so well in their lives, why do they commit a crime like this? Now, in the case of Brockman, I think he was egotistical and thought he could get away with it. He dreamed up all of these schemes to avoid paying taxes and that. Why did Smith do it? And the only answer is, in my mind, is that greed is a powerful emotion. And for some people, you can never have enough. And even though that Smith was a good guy and gave a lot of it away and is going to continue to give a lot of it away, I think the excitement of making it is very much in play. So I think that when you look at people like this, they are not so unusual as we would think. When you make this kind of money, you are always looking for an edge. So that's what I think, and I think that's enough for today, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye.